Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadi alladhina istafa amma ba'd. Fauzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. My honorable elder and younger, my dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today is our topic, our neighbors and his rights. You know, man is a social being and likes to live in company of fellow beings for the sake of mutual help and benefit. The ups and downs of life are the charm of life and make it worth living. The importance of a helping hand and offer of sympathy from neighbors in times of need cannot be overemphasized. Prudence as well demand good neighborliness, sympathy and support being mutual are imparted to the art of happy and contented life. Islam as a natural religion prescribes a code of conduct which takes full account of one's requirement with the greatest emphasis on good neighborliness. Allah Almighty has revealed in Quran Majid, وَاعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا وَبِذِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْيَتَامَى وَالْمَسَاكِينِ وَالْجَارِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْجَارِ الْجُنُبِ وَالصَّاحِبِ بِالْجَنبِ وَابْنِ السَّبِيلِ وما ملكت أيمانكم إن الله لا يحب من كان مختالا فخورا. Worship Allah and do not associate anything with Him, and be kind to the parents, the kindred, the orphans, and the poor, and to the near and distant neighbors and friends with whom you mix, and be kind to the wayfarer and the slave whom you own. Surely Allah does not like those who are conceited, vainglorious. Surah number 4, verse number 36. About the right of neighbors, the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, the Archangel Jibreel alayhi salam put such a great emphasis on me as regard the rights of neighbors. I began to think as he would ask me to include them amongst those entitled to inheritance. Do you realize the rights of neighbors by the Almighty Allah, in whose power is my life? Only one on whom are the blessings and mercy of Allah can acquit himself of the obligations to one neighbor. If the neighbor needs your help, offer him help. If he asks for money, lend it to him. And if he needs your services, make them available to him. If he is sick, attend on him. And if he passes away, accompany him to the grave. Try to share in the sorrow as well as in his happiness. Raise not the walls of your house to shut out fresh air from him. If you buy fruit, present some to him. And if you cannot afford to do that, do not display it. Neither let the children go out and eat it openly to cause distress to the neighbor's children. Do not let the smoke from your kitchen make him unhappy, but only if you make a present to him out of what you cook. Tell him, who has faith in Allah and the day of resurrection, that he should respect his neighbor. It is my will in respect of your neighbor and the slave. He is not a believer who causes grief to his neighbor. One who hurls a stone at his neighbor's dog is also the one who hurts him. When you hear the neighbor speaking well of you, you should feel assured that your deeds are good. And when you hear him speaking ill of you, you should take it that your deeds are not good. The obligation to the neighbor is not only that he should not be harassed, but also that he is well treated. On the day of judgment, the poor neighbor will demand an explanation of his rich neighbor. To inquire about the state of one's neighbor and then not to offer him sympathy is a sign of hypocrisy. One from whose mischief his neighbors are not free from fear is not a Muslim, irrespective of the fact whether the neighbor be a believer or a non-believer. The tormentor of his neighbor is one destined to be cast in hell, irrespective of the fact whether he prays during the whole night and fast for the whole day. The believer is one who likes for his neighbor what he likes for himself. A pious neighbor will take his companion to paradise. It is not permissible to cause even the slightest of trouble to the neighbor. So, we pray to Almighty Allah to enable us to fulfill all the conditions of our neighbors, as we are required to do according to the Islamic Shariah. Ameen. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.